Hey, what's up, everybody? What up? We're back. We're back online after Bill G himself knocked me off. We are live again. There we go. Perfect. Woo! Power's back. Fucking Ted Cruz himself went and flipped the switch again. He went and flipped that switch back into the on position. Hang on a second. We're back here. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. That's right. So right before it cut out, there was a mysterious little girl involved, and she jumped in. She said, "I'm smoke bombing, I'm evil," and now she's here to get executed. Hey, what's up, BFC and Chimmy? Welcome back. This is basically the text equivalent of Among Us, if you can believe such things. It's equally just as epic, almost. It wishes. Just what did happen that night. This is basically Squid Game, Minecraft. Not Minecraft. What's the other fucking baby game? Roblox, that's the one. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Bum bum bum. It's the Irishman. Get him off the fucking stand. I want to talk to the young girl, not this guy. He's Irish. He doesn't know anything. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at me feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? A Krang-looking motherfucker, low, dear God. I can never remember how it goes. I really wish I remembered the hand positions. I just gotta memorize them sometime for low tier God. It's like, I know there's this. I know that's part of it. I think that's part of it, but I don't remember. It's too hard. It's too hard. John Petto alert. Listen, we only want her on the stand so that we can brutally murder her, okay? It's different. It would be so uncouth if it was to have rapes with her, but it's only simply to, you know, kill her. To murder her for this crime. I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather, on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct? It is exactly as the defense counsel said. This last was the 5th passenger, my lord. Dun dun dun. She's giving me like big Naoto vibes right now. She even has the hat and everything. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. I don't either, because now I'm all fucking razzled, dude. I was already like fairly razzled because it's been a week and I didn't watch back any of the last session, but now I'm like turbo razzled because I have no goddamn idea what's happening after the power went out. After I was doxxed offline by Chimichanga himself, I truly could not tell you what's happening. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then a loud thud and a wee scream woke me up. Let's question him about his nodding off. And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? No. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the roof deck either. You were the first passenger, as it were. I see! He finally said I see, like the old judge. I'm so proud of him. Aye, and that's why I took the back seat as I did. It is the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? By all means. It is how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite to the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Like I said, it is the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. Dude, what the fuck, Chimichanga? Don't dox me. You fucking told everybody that I live inside of that giant man's stomach and peek out and control him robotically? Now everybody's gonna know. They're gonna send so many pizzas to that guy. To the large man whose stomach I live inside of. Bampa, I would love to be a Krang type being. If there was like a 20-foot tall person and I could just live inside their stomach and control them, what better existence could there be, truly? That shit would be cash, dude. It's like Gundam in real life. It's basically like Gundam in real life. And then a wee scream woke him up. A loud thud, you say, and a scream? Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed? Well now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fella on the floor. You didn't see anyone, but at the same moment, you did hear a scream. Ah, from the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume. Not above me, no, me lord. It was from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before me eyes. This guy's gotta fucking get a hold of his damn Lucky Charms, dude. I'm so goddamn sick of him. I'm so goddamn sick of Colonel fucking Flounders over here. Bum bum bum. Man builds an IRL Minecraft pig called Hamburgini that hits top speed of 20 miles per hour. What? Why did my phone just fucking interrupt me with this information? Man builds an IRL. The fucking thumbnail is amazing too. I have to show you the thumbnail later. It's the guy riding on the fucking Lamborghini. And then he pulls up. That shit run on 3 AAA batteries. Run on the goddamn vegetable oil. It is, it's the Lamborghini. They actually didn't spell it like that, which would have been a better pun, straight up. That would have been an actual better pun if they had spelled it Hamburgini. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I sat him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from. And bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. I do wonder how you must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo. Being the defendant's lawyer, and yet finding myself as stunned as everyone else at his testimony. Let's just say it's trying. We certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McGilded before the trial. But we mustn't be dispirited. We must just try to learn all the facts we can. When we arrived in London this morning, I didn't see my day panning out like this. Wow, Mr. Naruhodo, no grumbling, even in your head. How did you know? That was a good gag. That was an epic gag. I'm saving too. Before Bill Gates knocks me offline. No, I'm not gonna say that again. I am not gonna say that one again. Because last time I said that, the fucking entire stream went down. And it didn't come back up for hours. Hold it! Hold it! You sat him up? The victim, you mean? That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. And you wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor now, would ya? Why? It is common courtesy, so it is. No, it's not. Guys, pro tip, if you find a fucking dead corpse, specifically one that was literally just murdered, that hasn't even shat itself yet, don't pick it up and fuck with it. It's a bad idea. That's called tampering with the evidence, as it's known. I find that a little hard to believe. Ah, Lord Zeeks. Why would that be? What the fuck does that mean? You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet. Any normal person would hail the cabman. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. A business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble. Are you suggesting you were just going to leave the man there? Heavens alive, no. I was always intending to report it. So I was. Only, I had a mind to find out the whys and wherefores first. The whys and wherefores? I'm not gonna lie, Mr. fucking Gildicuddy. He's actually just acting like the fucking third imposter, as it's known. There is no fooling. Like, this should not even be a case. This should literally not even be a trial, but he fucked it up so horribly. I don't believe him. I'm his own fucking lawyer and I don't believe him. You think anybody in this fucking courtroom, you think the fucking shadow people believe him? Do you think the goddamn shadow army believes him? Because they don't. There's no chance. It is my job to believe him and I don't even believe him. He's that much of a shitter. Right, Jar. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddling. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes. The scream he says he heard at the same time as the thud of the victim collapsing. Yeah, but here's the thing. That means one of the people on top of the carriage is a damn liar, for sure. Because remember, one of them said that they screamed. One of them said that they were the one who screamed. And they're not saying that they heard 2 screams, the original batch of people. They said they heard a single scream, and so they went and checked it out and found the body. So one of them's lying about, like, they know where the scream came from, they're just lying. For super sure. There's just no way. They just did not notice the scream, the other scream. There was a wee child curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. You say she was hiding herself? Away? Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well, me heart nearly stopped beating in me chest. Ugh, you're really overacting this. Still and all, I pulled her out from under there, and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her. The seat opposite? That's right, just next to the dead gentleman there. You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. So there were 2 screams. Then why didn't the first group mention the scream? This doesn't make any sense, dude. Bill Gates hacked it. He did. Bill Gates has too much power in this world. He literally just activated my Corona EMP virus chip and then set off all the fucking lights in the house. He knocked out all my technology by activating the EMP that he himself injected into my bloodstream, aka vaccine. Did you guys know vaccines is made of dead babies? Ever heard of it? All I'm saying is, why is the government trying to inject us with babies? It doesn't make any sense unless you accept the fact that they're satanic devils of sorts. So there were 2 screams. This doesn't make any fucking sense. This literally makes no goddamn sense. Also, I don't buy the fact that he doesn't know her either. We already know that this dude's kind of a scumbag who makes his money through illicit means. So I don't find it hard to believe that he would have like little underlings, like little criminals working for him. I feel like that's more likely what her thing is, her deal is. Because we already know he's nothing but like a pumped up loan shark. He's just like a jumped up loan shark. He's not like a actual nobility. He's not like an aristocrat. Presumably, that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witnesses did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGill did. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was, in fact, this girl and the late Mr. Mason? Aye, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight. But how would they mistake like a 15-year-old girl for a grown man? How would they mistake a 15-year-old girl for a grown man? Did they like catch him in a fucking Chris Hansen's thing? What is the deal? That makes no sense. None of this case makes it's so stupid. They have to be lying. He has to be lying. None of this makes any goddamn sense. It is certainly possible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused perhaps with this young girl. The other thing is, the whole reason that they said that they couldn't see the 2 people sitting on the bench is because their heads were cut off, right? Like their heads were out of sight. So if it was like a tiny little girl, she should have been visible regardless. If you could see enough that you could see up to the neck, like up to the chin of a grown-ass man, you would be able to see a 15-year-old girl entirely. Like, it would not be obscured. After that, of course, with the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. I do wonder how you must be feeling, Mr. Naruhodo. Being the defendant's lawyer and finding myself... being the defendant's lawyer and... You already fucking read this, Naruhodo, bitch. This guy's a literal Naruhodo bitch, dude. He's pissing me the fuck off. Bum, 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 bum. Do you guys think that scarf, quote-unquote, that he's wearing is quite secretly actually a Pikachu mascot costume, but just deflated at the moment? Kind of like a Pikachu onesie pajamas that he wears around his neck at all times. Because I do. We can't see under the hat right now, but he also just has straight up Marge Simpson hair. Bad news. Spoiler alerts.
Hold it!
Hold it! I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim. So I did, sir. So I did. As far as I could see, that is. What do you mean by that? Well now, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Good gracious! Under your backside? And when I lifted the seat on which I'd been sitting, I found there was a wee cubby hole there for storage. Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves. Bitch, I already fucking looked at that shit. Look at that shit. That's it, poppin'. And that's when I found her. Thank you, I've heard enough. Shut up now. The events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who is the girl? Her name is Gina Lestrade. Lestrade? What? What? That makes no sense. This is Lestrade? I mean, they did turn Sherlock Holmes into like a handsome anime boy, so... McGilded reminds you of someone. I know who it is. It's fucking Jacksepticeye, because he's literally Jacksepticeye. He's just Jacksepticeye mixed with Markiplier, mixed with Ninja for the blue hair, and then you have him clear as day. So here's the thing about Lestrade. Lestrade is like the police chief in Sherlock Holmes. So if she's Lestrade, then she must be like the first case, just a cop who's undercover. And she's not actually like an urchin girl at all. Yeah, Lestrade in Sherlock Holmes is like the big boy. He's like the police chief that Sherlock's always butting heads with. If you saw any of my Sherlock Holmes playthroughs, like from the games, he's even in that a lot of the time. He's in a lot of those, like at the station. Lestrade's a good dude. She's a chancer. Earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. What's commonly called a pickpocket. What's this girl here? A petty thief? Yeah, that one was kind of a little obvious. But her name is Lestrade, so I think they're just trying to throw me off. Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. What? How dare you? What is the meaning of this? That's literally what I do to Chimichanga every day. I spray Chimichanga with the anti-chimite solution so that he doesn't fucking go out of control. What the fuck? She's gone. The girl, she's gone! Open your eyes. I'm over here. Good gracious! How? What was the point in that little sidestep? Oh, know what you lot are thinking? Grown-ups are all the same. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the gent. She also looks exactly like the girl from the last case, the ballerina. Go on, that's what's in your head, isn't it? No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast... Stop. She has to stop fucking blasting me, dude. She did. She fucking straight up murked the judge. And then the protagonist as well. This is like how you solve every story-based game in 2 seconds. Just bring in a character with a gun. Just bring in a character who's fucking strapped. Just pulls out Glock, scene 1. Boom. No more conflict in the story. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these you just fucking shot me with a fucking pistol, dude. You're just such a liar. But she does have a golden coin, which seems, suspicious for an urchin. Also, I could be wrong, but I think I remember something. He has a missing button on his shirt. Is that his button? Is that literally his button from his shirt is the question. It doesn't really look like this, though. The coin she has doesn't really look like that. Is there anywhere else where it could be missing from? No, I don't think so. I don't trust that, but... I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs? Oh, Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Oh, it's Sherlock's. That belongs to Sherlock's. Oh, that's awesome. Or, I'm a seal now. Or alternatively, she is actually like Inspector Lestrade, the police guy from Sherlock Holmes stories, and so she just has the same stuff as him, and she's making it up as she goes along. Which, like, look at her hair too. Like, her hair is way too fancy for just a random street urchin. I don't buy the fact that she's a random thief. 100%. Like, she has like fucking Princess Leia braided hair. This was in a bag I lifted the other day, down where they keep the four-wheel drags. It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best. Do not wave that thing in my direction again. Please powder this guy too, it'd be funny. What the, Chimichanga, stop fucking ratting out my mom, bro. You think it's fucking cool to just constantly tell people about my mom's heinous crimes? Like that time she bombed Bolivia as a fucking prank video? It was basically a red thumbnail of her going like this, and it said, "You will not believe what happens next," and it showed a red circle around the bomb on its way down to a village full of children. It was a child-only village that she chose for her bombing run, but it was still a funny video. It played like banana peel sounds and like anvil dropping sounds when the bomb landed and everyone went flying. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question? Tis alright, lass. You can tell him the truth now. Yeah, he's definitely like... I don't know, I'm so confused. I feel like they're intentionally tricking me, but I don't know how yet. Either they're trying to convince me that she's a cop in disguise by naming her Lestrade, and she's actually this guy's underling, or they're trying to trick me into thinking she's this guy's underling, and she's actually Lestrade. But I can't fucking figure it out. Like, you saw that little pause they had. They had like a brief moment where she paused and like looked at him for the go-ahead before she told her story. So it feels like she's working for him. Oh, right, yeah. Just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl as a valid and significant witness. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony. No. You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus in the night of question. Alright, if I have to. Yeah, look at her hair, it's way too fancy. She's not a random thief pickpocket. Yo, what up, Equestria Wyvern? Welcome back. You got here just in time. If you got here earlier, the stream would have cut off on you because my power went out like an hour into the stream. So now we're back. Now we're back. I hope we can still finish this case today. I don't know. Oh, Lestrade, I don't trust you at all, but I don't know which way I'm not supposed to trust you in. God damn it. It would kind of line up with the previous case if she's a cop in disguise, because that was in case 1. In case 1, the British police chief, or the Japanese police chief was in disguise. So maybe now the British police chief's in disguise. But I don't know. She does look like she's actually straight up 15. Like, she doesn't look old enough to be a cop. 17? What? I thought it said 15 literally 2 fucking seconds ago. So fucking confused. I'm so fucking confused. I literally could not be more confused right now. I don't trust this. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was a right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of me skin, I did. And the scream just came out. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. That sucks. You got there just in time for it. That's worst case scenario, getting there just in time for the power to go out. Yeah, it went out pretty good. I'm still fucking mad. I literally said this right as my power went out. I said, it was like based on some shit we were talking about Bill Gates. I said, I'm gonna save the game real fast before Bill Gates cuts my power. Power goes out literally instantly as soon as I say that. But unfortunately, I checked back the VOD, it only captured up until I said like the word Bill Gates, and then it cuts out. Such a waste. It was almost the best timing in human history. God damn it, it would have been amazing. I'm so mad. Yes, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. Yeah, he was sitting on her. He was literally using her like a human chair. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself.
I think a demonstration is called for.
This is where I was sat that night.
And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume.
Yeah, we tested this. we could check again, but I'm pretty sure if you go inside of the cabin, it lifts up, like the seat goes up with it. It's not like a pull-out drawer. So yeah, she could not have gotten out. Yep, yeah, okay, it raises up. That sucks. That sucks a lot.
Yes. It does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of this girl's stature.
But it wasn't empty before. There was still enough room for her to like curl up, like the Dark Souls 1 emote. But there was a bunch of shit. There was like a ton of shit where like right next to where she would have been. She fucking stole it. She literally stole it all in the fucking confusion. So I'll show you all, because I'm still confused myself, but get back inside the omnibus. Basically, that blood stain on the floor was not there. That's like fresh blood for whatever reason. And then this, the inside of this compartment, fuck off. The seat is just wide enough for two gentlemen to sit side by side. Of course, an English gentleman would be dressed in such finery. It would be quite impossible for her to climb up to the roof deck, so she would have to be seated in here. A woman in kimono would have the same problem. Women's clothes are very impractical, aren't they? Open the fucking thing, dipshit! God damn it. There you go. Yeah, there used to be a bunch of shit. Like, the whole right side was just filled with fucking garbage. And then the left side, there was like, this space was still empty. That space, like, right on the left. So, yeah. So she was really in there for sure, because otherwise she wouldn't need to go back and take all the shit that was in there. But I don't know what it proves. I don't know what that proves. Why the blood, though? It's quite a skylight, isn't it? It can't be open from inside the cabin, at least. Okay, they didn't say that before. That's actually new information. Let's see if it changes from the top down. Because there is a little thing on that side. See, there's like a little latch. I mentioned that earlier. You can certainly see the carriage through this opening, that's for sure. Oh, we can't talk about it. Because we might be dealing with an accomplice. We may be dealing with someone who's like, whoever was sitting on this back seat could have potentially like let her in. If he's also a thief. If he's also a thief in the night. Okay, we're done with that for now. No more of that for now. The wee lass was stuck in there, because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined, when all the time I knew she was innocent.
Even though you must have realized your actions would result in your own innocence being called into question.
Not at all, my lord, not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought, it was worth taking a punt on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. This guy is so fucking full of it, dude. This guy is so fucking full of shit. It's ridiculous. I love him. I really like this character, Mr. McGillicuddy. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman.
Oh lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
That's good for me. The scales of justice are tipping. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Wait, this is super good. Did I just win? No, we didn't even solve any mysteries. I can't have won already.
See remains alive. All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty.
Mr. Naruhodo? Well, this must mean... It must mean what? That we're victorious! We've won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Oh no! Shut up, dude. What the fuck? If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offends, pray do forgive the... Just take your fucking feet off the table, dude. Jesus. What is wrong with you? If the sight of my taint offends, you'll just have to deal with it. Yeah, so I guess he needs a chance to do the same shit we did, where he tries to win over the jury. Yeah, none of this makes any sense right now. This dude's full of it. My client might actually be, like, guilty. Not of murder, but at least of being an accomplice. I feel like it's possible, for sure. Bwomp, bwomp, bwomp. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Emotion? The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the posterior was full of the coachman's belongings. Yeah, it was. I'm on Van Beek's side now, dude. Van Beek. Nice legs you have. What nice legs you have, Van Beeks. Honestly, Van Beek is definitely like an OnlyFans queen, I'm not gonna lie. He definitely has at least a middlingly popular OnlyFans. He at least makes a couple thou on the side per month. It's noted in black and white here in the police report.
Good lord!
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilded's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. What? Impossible.
Order! Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Counselor?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. I said that very wrong. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. He's actually 100% right. He's actually just right. I'm sorry, but he's telling the truth. Van Deeks is up to no good, dude, but he's honestly right this time. He got me. He's got me right where I stand. Somebody stole that shit. It was definitely the Phantom Thief girl. Well, my Nipponese friend. Huh? Me? When the carriage was submitted as evidence, doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be?
Oh,
sorry, this is the wrong guy. Oh, to be sure. The young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry. Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. Oh, this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeeks. What the fuck is going on? Have I gotten the wine bottle reaction? Yeah, where he threw it at the wall? I did see that. I saw him throw the Dr. Pepper. It was pretty great. If that's what you're talking about, where he throws the wine bottle and then it stokes the flames on the wall. That's a really good one. That's a good one. I like that better than the leg, than the kick. I would have appreciated the kick if he stuck his leg up on the table and you can't see his foot, and then it cuts to Naruhodo and his shoe is just like right the fuck in his face inexplicably. Super long leg mode. That one I would have had a lot more fun with.
Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? It was not empty. I'm not gonna lie about it. I want to actually solve this mystery. If I was a good defense attorney, I would say I didn't look, but I'm just gonna straight up lie for fun. Like a G. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as a counsel for the defense. But as far as I remember, at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside of it, yes. Oh, there's one with the whole bottle? Ooh, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that one. He better do the same, what was his name? Godot. He just throws it at my fucking head. That was definitely one of the best reactions from the original trilogy. When the lights would go out and then he would like throw the coffee mug and it would cut back to Phoenix just soaked in fucking coffee.
Are you sure, Counsel?
Hurrah! What the fuck does that mean? Be whist. This game definitely needs to be translated better, like it's pretty bad.
What are you saying now, you daft daw? I thought you were on my side here.
Ba 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 ba.
What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position?
Yeah, he's actually super right though. Like, Van Deeks is 100% right here. I'm not doing my job as a lawyer properly at all. I'm pulling a Phoenix right. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible.
Interesting. 'Tis not altogether pleasant, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interests here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, this court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is.
As empty as the deacon's heart? That's fucked up. You can't talk shit at the devil, you don't know him like that. They actually drew in. Is that really what it is? Do Irish people really say "ara"? I've literally never heard that before. Then again, I've never heard like an 18th century British guy speak. Now this is actually turn of the century. It's like late 19th century, early 20th century. But yeah, regardless, I guess I just don't know what Irish people say. Fuck you, Irish people. I like Irish people. I'm totally cool with the Irish and the Scottish. It's just those devious British, always up to no good murdering and such.
You think perhaps it would be in your best interests now to admit that you might have been mistaken?
Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here?
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. That compartment is designed to be housing equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So he certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. That money-lending fleecer and the pickpurse are lying.
Oh my god. I've doomed us all. I picked the wrong dialogue option for sure. I picked the wrong dialogue option. We're about to just watch a montage of me getting fucked over.
I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkins. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them.
What? Oh no.
It's a trick. Of course it's a trick.
I'm fucked. I fucked myself. Dang, they have a UK-based translation. You can tell because they always say stupid shit like defense with a C. You can always tell that it's like British English. I would move to Ireland if I could. Honestly, I might as well. Ireland's a cool place. I like Texas better though. I wouldn't move to Ireland. I would like to visit it for a little while, I guess.
Quite so. I must concur here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have fucked up. I might have done very bad. I might have done a very bad. Why didn't the trial end though? We got 6 out of 6. This makes no sense.
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
The fucking stupid ass Professor Deakus, he didn't even invoke the classic Deus Ex Machina mechanic either. He just kept talking. He just kept talking and the judge didn't end the trial. Yes, but every time a different truth it seems.
My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted. Almost beyond Is that what ha is too? The characters in this game keep like randomly saying, hey. They say H-A-A-H. Is that also a fucking weird British thing? This is so confusing. Ding, 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 ding. Cross-examination. I don't trust you, Inspector Lestrade. Your hair is too fancy for an urchin.
So I stuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always.
Press on that. So, you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? You went to Ireland? I never went to Ireland. I've been to Scotland and England, but I have not been to Ireland or Wales. I want to go to both those places sometime, but I haven't been to either. I definitely want to go to Scandinavia at some point too. I've never been there. I really want to go to Scandinavia at some point. So you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run?
Well, yeah. I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? It's a rum idea, ain't it?
I suppose she means there's no point in spending money to make money. It actually makes sense.
Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tenants.
Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. We're paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And one little scapegrace riding for free. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right?
What your hiding place is a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach, no?
Yeah, there's bushes and buckets of schnoofnoff in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much.
And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you.
It seems we've reached the end of that line of inquiry. Continue.
Bum, 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 bum. He's got nothing to show for me troubles that night. You can't see a blind thing. You hear a loud bang. Okay, so we definitely need to press the loud bang into scream combo, and we need to press the pitch black in there thing. Because of that, the swell found me. Okay, we'll press this first.
Hold it!
Bah, bah, bah. So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all?
Not a jot. Most days I'll just push the cushion up with me head and look out the crack. Then I can have a butcher's at who I'm gonna fiddle.
What? Oh, I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
I mean, I can have a look. The seat I get under ain't as plush as the other one, see? Most of the time, passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head.
And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see.
Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in them carriages, so it's Hobson's choice.
Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pockets in the open then? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging for her demeanor.
So anyways, I was a bit scared, and I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it.
Okay, so hear the loud bang. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Honestly, the loud bang she heard was most likely Wakapi's mama falling out of bed 8,000 miles away. In the great United States of America. Because his mama's so old and his mama's so fat, as they say.
Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump.
And you let out a scream involuntarily?
That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden.
Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim.
Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood up in order to stab his victim. Could it not?
Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment?
Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up, bloke, when he followed on the floor on the seat opposite. That matches with Mr. McGilded's account. But then, the fella suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have risked looking.
I don't know what it wants me to do here, to be honest. Dun, 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 dun. I guess maybe I'll press this, the fact that she got nothing to show for it, because she is actually, like, flipping a golden coin on her fingers. Which, to me, I'm no expert on, you know, British urchin scoundrels, but it seems like if a British urchin scoundrel has a golden coin, they probably did okay for themselves in the thieving department. A waste of time. Why is that?
Well, most nights I'm on my own in the God permit.
What?
Most nights I'm on my own in the God permit, at least some of the time.
I don't know what that means.
I beg your pardon? Did you say God permit?
Oh yeah, well that's what my kind call it. You'd say the omnibus, I suppose.
Oh, it's British slang. So much British slang.
The point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while.
And that's when you came out of your hiding place and get away?
That's it. Only that night. In this cove was sat above me from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck.
Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while the events unfolded.
Yeah. Right, mister?
To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do ya? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Ding, 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 ding. You can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. I don't understand what I'm supposed to press here, like, literally at all. Let's finish pressing this last statement, before I try to present evidence. The dude that found her and such. And when Mr. McGilded discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place.
I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit and he ended up falling onto me. Ah, how awful. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog.
Both her hands covered in blood? That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilded for a while. Is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and all that. Then I heard something from up above. Someone screamed.
Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume.
Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this here Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later."
Wait, but here's the problem. Here's the problem with this whole story that still has not been explained yet. Who did the first, like, how did the people up top not hear the first scream? There's supposedly now, if this is all to be believed, all this fucking nonsense, rat shit that they're throwing out, there were 2 screams. This girl screamed when she saw the body, and then the people up above screamed when they saw the body. So the cabbie, the guy sitting above, and the other guy sitting above, none of them heard this girl scream. It making no sense. But supposedly, despite that, you could argue that, like, oh, maybe their sound just doesn't travel well because, like, it couldn't get through the skylight and the, like, roof of the carriage. But the opposite isn't true. When the guy up top screamed, everybody heard it even inside the cabin. So it doesn't hold up. That doesn't hold any water either. There was no first scream. There was 100% not a first scream.
All 6 members of the jury decided the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear they're all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want.
Yes, I think you're right. I have this, I have this, I have this nagging feeling I will go with, for the sake of TOS. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Ba 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 ba. This game is fucking racist, dude. Have you seen even a single person of color chimichanga? That's all I'm saying. This game's racist AF. It's pitch in there. I think she's right. I think it is pitch black in there. It should be. It should actually be pitch black in there. Ba 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 ba. Oops. Yeah, it should be like pitch black in there. There's no way light could get in while it's closed. While it's closed, obviously. The question is, what was fucking inside of this shit before? I wish I could remember, but that was literally a week ago, and it was just like random stuff. I didn't really make a mental note of it. Was there anything she could have used to see in there? Like a periscope? Or like a matches? I don't know. There's a light here, so she definitely would have seen. She's not lying about that. When she peeked up, she should have seen. Maybe if I talk to this, it'll tell me what used to be in there. Oh, right, it was the cart equipment. Ba, 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 ba. The cart equipment. Which you would think the cart equipment would include maybe an extra lamp or two. So it actually shouldn't be pitch. It actually shouldn't be pitch. Because if it's equipment for the cart, it should either have, at the very least, one of these two things. Either one of these, or a couple of these. A couple of these things. Just in case, like emergency supplies, right? I'm gonna try presenting this against her claim that it was totally dark. They would have been able to see quite clearly. And I guess hear quite clearly, too. I'm gonna try presenting this, but I think I'm gonna get a big deduction. I think I'm about to get a huge deduction.
Objection!
The witness's last statement. Okay, no, so yeah, it's wrong.
No, you stupid, you stupid. I'm sorry, counsel, but I failed to see the connection.
Oh! Would you kindly desist from that panic-stricken look? Alright, fine. Fine, I'll desist from my panic-stricken look. Maybe I didn't press everything. Maybe I didn't press everything yet. I'm pretty sure I did, though. I'll try this one. I stuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses. You were already in the omnibus before it set off? Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending the Joey? Yeah, we already talked about this. We already talked about Joeys. Full of equipment for the coach. No. Okay, but we already talked about her there. Okay, so we already did all the pressing we could. We already did literally all the pressing we could, so now we just have to present evidence against something. Can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitching. Could you shadow box and take damage from it? Yeah, probably. I mean, sometimes your shadow just has your number, man. Sometimes your shadow's just like reading all your movement. He's got better footwork, he's got faster hands, there's not much to do. You just can't keep your guard up enough. That dude whoops my goddamn ass sometimes. Every once in a while, that guy gets a little smackaroony on me. Wake up 3 hours later covered in my own piss. I have no idea. I have literally no idea what it wants from me right now. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe this. Maybe I have to present the carriage equipment against this. I got nothing to show for it.
Objection.
No, no, that was wrong. That was wrong. She stole the fucking carriage equipment. Let me say it. All right, we're dying. We've actually lost like no health up until this point, and now we've lost half our health immediately. He did help me get away, mind. I literally have no idea what it wants. I'm just gonna keep pressing stuff and try to figure something out. Did I ever investigate the other change to the omnibus? Oh. Wait, I did, but I might have done it too early and this game might be a fucking freak. I actually did, but this game is an absolute freak and it might not have worked because I did it too early. I have not reinvestigated this bloodstain since I first did it. That's blood, isn't it? Is something wrong? Oh, it's just, well, this bloodstain is, oh my god, that's literally what it was, thank you. That's horse shit! Why would it do that to me? I literally investigated this earlier and all he said is, that's suspicious. Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. There was none of this dialogue. This bloodstain's so obvious, that's all. And yet, Van Zieks made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Wait, no, maybe that, no, sorry, that was a horseshit. That's what he said last time. Sorry, I freaked out. I was geeking. What else happened? I opened the thing. I checked this. I checked this. I did not check the old bloodstain yet. Maybe we'll check that. I don't think that changed though. That blood is soaked into the seat. There was a lamp on in here. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? And there doesn't appear to be a hatch, so it can't be opened from inside. Yes, we discovered that already. What else changed? Fuck, I'm trying to remember. It's been a week, so I don't really remember what it used to look like. Oops, no! I want to go back in. I actually left my secret Mind Palace cabbage world. Cabbage? Carriage. That's a different thing entirely. Did anything else change? I don't think so. It still says Phoenix Wright Omnibus. I still can't interact with this. You can see the opening. And there's a lamp, so you can see quite clearly. Yeah, I don't see any other changes. I don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. It doesn't have like a status indicator, so I don't know when I'm done with stuff. The scene of a murder. Yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm done with this for now, because I've looked at like everything. Here's the other thing though. I could also examine old evidence now, when we have the new information. Maybe that changes stuff. I've definitely examined all this evidence in the past. This is blood. Mr. McGill is right-handed. That's what he says. Stabbed once in the abdomen with a knife whilst journeying in an omnibus. Died due to internal hemorrhaging. Yeah, I have no idea. I literally have no idea what it wants from me. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Or? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. There's that guy. Point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream involuntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden. Yeah, okay, so we did this one. Da-da-da-da-da. She saw it. She pushed up the cushion. So here's the thing, I haven't been like checking the other guy's reactions, but usually, at least in the case where it was like the tutorial of this, it would have like a big exclamation point whenever they had a reaction. So I didn't actually have to be constantly switching back and forth. I don't think that's a thing. The fella turns around and looks right at me. Hold it! Oops, I didn't mean to press that. That was my bad. The bloke had a knife in his guts and he was still bleeding. Both me got covered in blood. Both of her hands covered in blood. Okay, so we got all the information we need. I just gotta find some evidence now. Can you say what the goal is? Not exactly how to get there? Yeah, sure, why not? Because I'm pretty stuck on this. Yeah, why not? I'm like pretty stuck on this. Something's bothering me. Yeah, I really should have watched back the last session so I would know more about what's happening right now, but I just didn't have time this week, my bad. I usually do. I usually watch it back like a couple days before, so I'll be a little bit more on point. He doesn't like. Shut up, man. Just show me the blade. God damn. Okay. Again, the idea of this being plunged into his guts, it's like barely bloody on the tip, but that can't be what it is. There's one thing I want to check. Really fast, there's one thing I need to check. Let's check the omnibus again. Let's open the door and go inside. Yeah, there's no like visible locking mechanism, and they said there was. Interesting. Okay. I'm done with the omnibus for now. I'm going out. Can we discuss octopus chess? No, that show's too new. It's too new. We can't spoil Omni chess, the Omni games. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Just tell me how to get through this one dialogue, because I'm like well and truly stuck. I don't even have any ideas of how to get there. Like, I don't have any ideas of how to get to where I need to go. I thought the proof was going to be proving that she's lying about this, that she can't see anything in the hiding place because it's pitch in there. Because she should have like equipment in there with her, right? And that would presumably include a lantern or two for the cab. Yeah, I don't know where to go. Stuck in, so we don't have any evidence. We have like no evidence is the problem. Wait, let me check this. I haven't checked the debtor's ledger since. Maybe her name is on there too. We haven't done this since she was introduced. It's crammed full of gentlemen's names. Okay, yeah, she's not added to it. Press the third statement. You can pursue McGilded. Wait, what? Oh my god. Oh, thank you, because I push up the cushion. He's not doing anything. Maybe I do actually have to be watching out for them. In the tutorial, it kept showing like you can. It says pursue. Oh my god. I thought they had to have like an exclamation point. That was my bad. In the tutorial case, they kept having like an exclamation point whenever one of the guys was pursuable.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Let me ask you something, mister. Thank you. I actually did not even know that was a mechanic. That would explain why I was stuck. That would super explain why I was stuck.
And what would that be, fella?
Do you have something to say about that last statement?
No, not really. I'm altogether happy with what's been said. Kinda you to ask still and all. Here, have yourself a tip.
Yeah, I can't help but notice that he's like flipping the exact coins that girl's twirling on her fingers. He definitely gave her some shit. Does he think I was asking after his general well-being? Okay, so I just gotta wait till he starts geeking. No, god damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Damn you. Damn it. Bam, 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 bam. Fucking shut up. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, we just need to go back to that third pursuit. I gotta wait till he does something. He's gonna have like some reaction. I just gotta watch him. I just gotta watch his face. Fayas. There we go. He's gonna start geeking at some point. Bam, 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 bam. Did I pick the wrong one? No, I picked the right one. So don't pursue yet. The truth is, she ain't too happy in small dark places.
Well, now.
Oh, okay, it does still do that. I guess I haven't pressed the third statement since I pressed the fifth one. I see.
Excuse me.
Well, now. Good call, good call. I always forget that in some of the cases you have to do stuff in like a certain order. That throws me off in every single Ace Attorney game. Is something wrong, Mr. McGilded? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last statement made something occur to you, perhaps? You seem to be thinking something to yourself. No, I don't think about nothing, never. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. It was terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Ah, I see where he's going with this. Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe. Miss Lestrade? Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Well, if he pays me a little bit more, maybe I did. Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Oh, jabbers! There's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp. Foibles. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? It's profoundly important. My lord. I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. He actually said, my lord.
Profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing.
That's exactly the important part. Yeah, that was the issue, is I should have done the first, that fifth thing first, then gone back to the third. That trips me up in every single game. I just need to remember that that's a mechanic. I'm always forget that shit. I always pursue, it's a bad habit, but I always pursue the things in order. So like anytime I see a statement that sticks out, I'll go like, if it's on line 2, I'll do 2 first, then 4, then 5, for example. So then once I have pressed everything in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, I already pressed it. I don't need to go back. But you totally do need to go back sometimes. For no reason. It always tricks me. It's a crafty game, that one. Which is the profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council. Nevertheless...
I love how racist literally every character is in this game. It's great. They all hate the Japanese for no reason.
Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work on me.
That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. Always a good move. I am really glad, dude. I thought the evidence was gonna be like that now. I legit, for a second, I thought that, like, when it comes to the bloodstain and stuff, I thought it was now gonna be the case where I had to re-examine evidence at certain points during the case. That would have been fucking out of control. That would have been so out of control.
I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring.
I see, okay.
Hold it!
Now we got a new line to go with. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hid yourself?
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got my head down so he didn't notice me.
And Mr. McGilded sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct?
Yeah, would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug! So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to the market, snoring like an old dog he was.
He turned to blow up doll for him. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? I don't think that adds up. I don't think that adds up.